morning. Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any degenerative health issue. That's why we're here every day in The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 29 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. 844-236-6010. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you have questions about the longevity products or formulations or skin health questions, skin product ingredient questions, 844-236-6010 is our number. Of course, if you have a success story you'd like to share, if you want to contribute to the conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number, and we welcome your phone calls. Try to call in early so we can get to as many calls as possible at 844-236-6010. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program or recommended on the program, please head over to my website, brightsideben.com, also pharmacistben.com and criticalhealthnews.com. You can also sign up to join the Brightside Ben team right off the website as well. And you can also call the phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. If you want to purchase any of our Truth Skin Health products, please go over to truthtreatments.com. Check out our Truth Retinol 5% Gel if you're dealing with acne blemishes or hyperpigmentation, dark spots, or if you have fine lines or wrinkles or you want to prevent any of these conditions, you want to use our Retinol 5% Gel. Retinol is a powerful, powerful ingredient. Most people can't use high concentrations of retinol. That's why we formulated our Retinol 5% Gel. For most people, it'll be non-irritating, non-inflaming, although you will most certainly get a nice skin peel and some flaking from our Retinol 5% Gel made with vitamin C. No preservatives, no fragrances, no oil, silicone, wax, emulsifier, water, no nothing that your skin doesn't need or doesn't want. That's my promise to you with all our Truth Skin Health products. Nothing your skin doesn't need or doesn't want. Just the good stuff, folks, because you shouldn't have to pay for stuff that your skin is not using. TruthTreatments.com. We also have a skin health blog up at truthtreatments.com. Okay, so we were talking about phosphorus yesterday. I love the stuff. The light bearer, phosphorus. It's been a subject of mystery and interest for chemists for centuries. The first phosphorus was actually obtained from urine. We lose lots of phosphorus in our urine. That's the first place they found phosphorus, or they isolated phosphorus. Kind of an interesting. There's a sort of an interesting historical aspect to phosphorus and how it was first discovered. It was really homeopathic chemists and occultists were always fascinated by the idea that phosphorus could emit light. Phosphorus, the light bearer. It's one of the basic minerals that the body is composed of. The Chenops elements, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. It's a sparking substance, works with oxygen. And it's very, very important for the electrical nature of the body in the form of what are called phospholipids, which are one of my all-time favorite nutritional supplements. Phospholipids. They're inexpensive. They're multifunctional, and they're very effective for the digestive system. Of course, the major phospholipid is lecithin. Lecithin is basically synonymous with phospholipids. Lecithin contains an element of phosphorus attached to fat. The combination of phosphorus and fat gives it some really interesting properties, especially for the digestive system. Lecithin is it's a major component of bile if you're dealing with a gallbladder problem, or you're dealing with fat malabsorption issues, or you just want to get more bang for your fat buck. If you want to get more benefits from your fatty nutrients and your fatty foods, use them with lecithin. Take a teaspoonful or half a teaspoonful of lecithin in water, stir it up, and drink it down. It makes your smoothies nice and creamy. If you're making a protein smoothie, the combination of protein and water and lecithin creates a nice creamy concoction. In the natural world, lecithin is found pretty much everywhere. All cells and plants and animals make the stuff. It's found in the brain, it's found in the nervous system, it's found in the heart, it's found in the kidneys, it's found in all the glands of the body, especially the thyroid gland and the adrenal gland. The adrenal thyroid complex, which forms the third point of what I call the triangle of disease. And lecithin is super easy to get. It can be found pretty much in any health food store. It's cheap. You can get it for maybe $8-9 a pound. Most of it comes from soy. So if you're going to start to incorporate lecithin into your diet as a supplement, look for non-GMO lecithin, preferably organic lecithin. You can get it in granules. You can get it in capsules. There's so many benefits to using this stuff, it's hard to know where to begin. One of the most important roles, of course, for lecithin involves fats. Lecithin's electrical nature is a result of its very interesting structure, which is both water-soluble and fat-soluble. Lecithin has a water-soluble nature and a fat-soluble nature. It's, in chemistry, we say it's hydrophilic and lipophilic. Hydrophilic, water-loving, lipophilic, fat-loving. And lecithin is both hydrophilic and lipophilic. Chemists say call it amphiphilic, meaning it's both water-loving and fat-loving. And this whole idea of the nature of watery chemicals and fatty chemicals, we talk about it a lot here on the bright side, and it very well could be the most important distinction in all of biochemistry and all of nutrition. Water solubility versus fat solubility. Water-soluble substances carry electricity. Water-soluble substances, when they're in water, are electrical. Electrolytes tend to be water-soluble or are water-soluble. And fat-soluble materials store electricity. So fatty materials have a storage capacity for electricity. Watery materials can conduct electricity. And there's a very important relationship between the two, water-soluble and fat-soluble. And bringing the two together, it can be really, really helpful and really, really important. Your B vitamins are water-soluble, potassium, calcium, magnesium, they're water-soluble. And then your EFAs and fatty vitamins and the phytonutrients, plant nutrients, are also fat-soluble. Fat-soluble stuff requires a little bit more work for the body to handle, and this is where emulsifiers come in. Lecithin is an emulsifier. Lecithin is a component of bile, which is the body's natural emulsifier. Bile, via its lecithin component, acts to turn fatty materials into watery materials. Fat-soluble, lipophilic materials, your essential fatty acids and your vitamin E and D and A and K and beta-carotene and all the carotenes, lutein, zeaxanthin, and flavonoids. These all are very difficult, or relatively difficult, for the body to process, but by turning them into watery materials, bile makes them easy for the body to work with. It makes lipophilic substances hydrophilic so that they can now dissolve in water. And this process of turning fatty material into watery material is something we all experience every day when we wash our dishes. When you put soap on your greasy, oily pots and pans and dishes, or on your clothes in terms of laundry detergent or anything else you want to clean, that's what cleaning is. Cleaning is actually taking fat-soluble material and making it water-soluble. Even something as mundane as washing your face is an example of emulsification. It's an example of making fatty material watery. Dirt tends to be fatty. And water tends to be watery, obviously. If you just put water on top of dirt, it's just going to smear it around. You're not going to get rid of the dirt on your face. But if you put an emulsifier in between the water from your tap and the dirt on your face, that emulsifier will pull the dirt into the water. It'll make the dirt water soluble, and voila, it rinses right off. That's what soap is all about. Soap is the classic example of an emulsifier. It takes the oil-soluble dirt, which tends to be sticky and oily, turns it into water-soluble material so it flows right off when you rinse it with water from your tap. Well, guess what? Bile does the same thing in the digestive system. It's your body's natural soap. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll continue when we come back from our break. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit gcnlive.com today.
All right, we are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time. If you miss a program, they're all archived at benfuchsarchives.com, also brightsideben.com. And if you want to purchase any of our longevity products, please head over to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can also sign up to join the Brightside Ben team right off the websites, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. If you're interested in purchasing any of our Truth Skin Health products, please head over to truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Take a specially long look at our retinol 5% gel, also Truth Serum, Truth Balm, and Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, all made with lots of premium lipophilic stable vitamin C, no preservatives, no fragrances, no fillers, no wax, no emulsifiers, no nothing your skin doesn't need or doesn't want. Truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Okay, speaking of skin health, we're talking about bile and emulsification and lecithin. I love lecithin, man. Inexpensive, wonderful source of phospholipids for the digestive system, also for brain health, also for heart health, also for the health of the kidneys and the health of all the glands in the body. Lecithin is the quintessential natural emulsifying agent. You probably heard that term, emulsifying agent. Emulsifiers bring water and oil together. We participate in emulsion chemistry, emulsifier chemistry, every time we wash our face or every time we wash dishes. Emulsifying chemistry is about making fat-soluble material, which tends to be sticky, into water-soluble substances which flow. Bile does the same thing in our digestive system. That's why bile is said to be the body's natural soap, the body's natural detergent. It has a cleansing activity. It's a cleanser. It cleanses the food. It cleanses our food. It breaks up the oils in our food and the fats in our food and makes them more water soluble. It makes the fats, which ordinarily would be difficult for the body to process, EFAs, fatty vitamins, carotenes, flavonoids, phytonutrients, and makes them more watery, which is why you want to keep your gallbladder, because the gallbladder is a storage bag of bile. It's a bag of bile. Bladder is a term for a bag, and that's what the gallbladder is. It's a bag that concentrates and holds on to bile. Without a gallbladder, you're not going to be able to process fats as effectively. I know we say it probably once or twice a week on this program, but considering 500,000 gallbladders are removed every year, it's important to reinforce that, to keep saying that. Keep your gallbladder. Having stones is not a reason to take your gallbladder out, unless you're in this emergency condition, of course, if you're in miserable pain maybe. And that's unfortunate, because for the rest of your life, you're not going to be able to process your fats as effectively. And don't pay any attention to any boneheaded medical professional that says you don't need a gallbladder. Yes, they say that. You don't need a gallbladder. I've heard doctors say that. You don't need a gallbladder. It's bizarre, it's idiotic, and it's unfair. And really, the only reason we would ever pay attention to a medical professional who says you don't need your gallbladder is because we don't understand what the gallbladder is or what bile is about. Yes, without a gallbladder, it's true, you'll still have some bile activity. A trickle of it will come in from your liver, but you're going to be majorly compromised. Bile is the body's natural soap, the body's natural detergent. And not only does it help us process fats and vitamins and phytonutrients, it's also important for detoxification, as we've talked about in the past. And there's a very, very important relationship between bile and probiotics and gut bacteria. And gut bacteria turn bile into active hormones that feed or that activate the intestine, that help sustain and turn on intestinal activity. So this whole thing, bile and probiotics and the intestine and fats and fatty vitamins, it's all connected. And you can't just pull out parts and expect to maintain your health. So emulsification is the process of turning fats into water or into watery-like substances. And water and fats are the most fundamental, probably the most fundamental distinction in all of nutrition and chemistry, and that makes emulsification probably the most important of all the chemical reactions in the body and in nutrition, or one of the most important chemical reactions in the body and in nutrition, and bile is how it's done. And the chemical that doesn't in bile is lecithin. Lecithin is the quintessential natural biochemical emulsifier. Lecithin's like an adapter. It has a female side and a male side. Just like if you have a cord and you want to with a male end and you want to plug it into a socket that has a female opening, you go to Radio Shack, you get an adapter that has one side that's male and the other side is female, so you can modify your male plug so it'll fit into your female socket. Lecithin is like that. It's like an adapter. It adapts. It has one end that fits to water and one end that fits to fat. It brings the two together, just like an adapter brings two sides together on an electrical cord. It's a phospholipid. That's the technical term. One end is phosphorus. Phosphorus is water soluble, and the other end is lipid. Lipid is fat soluble. Because phosphorus is water soluble, you basically have a chemical with one end fat and the other water. And this allows lecithin to bring the two together. Lecithin is an emulsifying agent, and this is what accounts for its incredible value as a nutritional supplement. And also, by the way, lecithin is an important ingredient in skincare for this reason. I use lecithin all the time as an emulsifying agent. It's a gentle, natural emulsifying agent. Emulsions are the most common type of skincare product. Creams and lotions are classic examples of emulsions. Creams and lotions are pretty much the same thing. Cream has less water. A cream is about 60% to 75% water. A lotion maybe 80 to 90% water. That alone, by the way, tells you why skincare is such a huge business. Most products are anywhere from 65 to 90% water. You're paying a lot of money for water with your skincare products. The rest of a skincare product is going to be made with fatty components, oil, wax, silicone, and they'll typically make up 5 to 20% of your product. Sometimes they'll throw in a little glycerin or propylene glycol to create a little slick sensation. And if you have a real deluxe product, you maybe get 2% active ingredient or 3% active ingredient. If you buy Truth products, you're going to get 80% active ingredient or 40% active ingredient or 30% active ingredient. You're going to get a lot of activity. But if you buy your typical standard salon product or department store product, you're lucky if you get 3% or 5% active ingredient. Most skincare products, the cheapo ones, you're not even going to get that. Some skincare products don't have any active ingredients. It's all wax and oil and water and preservative and fragrance. So in any case, the main point is that all that water, 65% water, up to 90% water, has to somehow blend with the oil and the silicone and the wax, which are of a completely different nature. They're lipophilic, they're fat soluble, and somehow the water has to combine, and that's where the emulsifying agent comes in. If you look at your ingredient deck, and we should all be looking at ingredient decks. Whenever we're buying a skincare product, that's the way you tell how good a skincare product is. Well, the best way to tell how good your skincare product is what it's doing to your skin. Does it change the quality of your skin? Not is your skin soft after you put the moisturizer on. That's just wax you're feeling and oil. But does your skin quality change over the course of days and weeks and months? That's how you assess the value of a skincare product. Does it create changes in your skin? Beneficial changes, smoother skin, softer skin, younger looking skin, less wrinkly skin, healthier skin, over the course of days and weeks and months. Of course, if you're making a buying decision, you don't have days and weeks and months. So the next best way is to look at the ingredient deck. And that's what you want to know. That's what you want to understand, is the ingredients and the ingredient deck. All right. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll finish up when we come back from our break and take your phone calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. Thanks for joining us. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products or formulations or ingredients or health issues that you or a loved one may be dealing with, we can help you. 844-236-6010 is our number. Of course, if you have a success story you'd like to share, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of our Truth Skin Health products, please head over to truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Take a look at our retinol 5% gel as well as our Truth Serum. If you want one product, if you're looking for one product off our out of the 4 products, you want to go with the Truth Serum. It's made with nearly 80% vitamin C. That's a lot of vitamin C, folks. No preservatives, no fragrance, no filler. Put a little cholesterol in there, a couple anti-inflammatories, and that's pretty much it. Some fullerenes, which are a really neat ingredient for helping deliver active materials into the skin. And that's pretty much it. It'll last you about 3 or 4 months if you use it as directed. It's great for shaving cuts, nicks, and that's another way you can tell how effective a skin health product is if it heals cuts and scrapes, or at least accelerates the healing of cuts and scrapes. That's how you know you have an effective skin health product, and I guarantee you, your salon cream and lotion isn't going to do that. If you want to purchase any of our longevity products, the ones we recommend on the program or advertise on the program, you can head over to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. Okay, let's see. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll continue talking about the emulsifiers. The emulsifying agent in skin products is the most problematic of all the ingredients. Perhaps the preservative and the fragrances are along with the emulsifiers are the most problematic of all skin product ingredients, and that's why reading an ingredient deck is so important. Understanding how to read an ingredient deck and just reading the ingredient deck. And companies make it difficult sometimes. You shouldn't have a lot of ingredients on your ingredient deck. 5, 6, 10 ingredients max. You certainly don't want 40 or 50, and that's really, if you look at a lot of department store products, and department store products are the most egregious violators, you'll see 40, 50, 60 ingredients in a skin health product. What is that about? It's certainly not about your skin. Anyway, we'll continue our discussion on skin and emulsifiers and lecithin and phospholipids. And the ketogenic diet, we'll talk about some nutrients that you should be using when you're on the ketogenic diet as we continue talking about the ketogenic diet and hormone health and the skin on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. Time to hit the phones. Let's go off to, let's see here. Looks like I lost my little phone list. Let's go to Mary in Oregon. Good morning, Mary. What's up? Welcome to the bright side. Mary.
I have 3 quick things.
Okay.
One, I wanted to echo that woman thanking you about us taking baths. My life has changed so much because anytime I'm feeling pain from my flat feet, I just jump in the bath.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing how easy it can be? Just a hot bath, right?
Yes.
What does that tell you? It tells you we're made to be healthy. We're built to be healthy. Just something as simple as hot water can restore our parasympathetic or relaxation nervous system to stress nervous system balance. Thank you for sharing that, Mary. And plus, you know what else, Mary? Not only did it help you with your pain, you actually fought cancer, you actually accelerated improved your longevity, and you diminished the risks of long-term degenerative diseases as you relax in a nice warm bath. Thank you, Mary. What's going on? How can we help you?
Then there's 2 more things, but they're quick. Like I said, I'm quick today, but I was wondering how the longer time for callers on Fridays, is that still a possibility?
Yeah, we got mixed results on that. I asked folks, for the listeners who don't know, a couple weeks ago, I made a suggestion. I was going to have more calls on Friday, and I got letters, and it was about 50-50. Some people said yes, more calls. Some people said no, not more calls. So I don't know what to do. I'm thinking I'm going to go with more calls. You can write me at ben@ksco.com if you want to help me make that decision. More calls on Friday. We'll have like Friday calls where we'll just do an hour of calls or maybe 3 segments of calls, or we just keep things the same. We just do half an hour calls. So I'm still on the fence on that, Mary, to answer your question.
And my question today is, what is that trade-off in the chemical reaction, or what is used up when I'm drinking green tea, the caffeine in the green tea?
Caffeine amps your system up, and you'll burn through all your nutrients. You'll especially burn through a special substance in the body that we don't ever talk about, hardly ever talk about on the program, called ATP, which is your body's energy element. You'll burn through that pretty fast, which is why you crash after you get your initial high off of caffeine. But even more significantly, you burn through your B vitamins and your electrical nutrients. You burn through everything, but especially your electrical nutrients, which is why if you're going to do caffeine, you want to make sure you're drinking, you're sipping on your Beyond Tangy Tangerine along with it, and that way you'll replace your B vitamins and your electrolytes, which are not only burnt up as your body is amped up, as you're firing on all cylinders, but also you're urinating more, so you're peeing out your B vitamins and electrolytes. So you want to replace your Bs and your electrolytes and try to minimize the amount of caffeine you do. caffeine has some benefits, certainly. It'll keep you perked up, but you will burn through nutrients, and you'll also lose some in your urine. So it's important you replace them. If you're going to drink caffeine in green tea, you can always add some BTT to your green tea. Have you ever done that? Put some Beyond Tangy Tangerine in your green tea? It actually tastes... It makes the taste pretty good, and you'll get some extra Bs and some extra electrolytes. But basically, you're turning on you're amping up your body's energy. You're turning on the engine, so you're burning through gasoline, and the gasoline is the vitamins, the B vitamins, vitamin C, and the electrolytes. So you're going to need to replace those more frequently. Did I answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you very much.
Okay, good deal. Thanks, Mary. Have a beautiful day. All right, so let's go to Grace in Miami Beach. What's up, Grace? How you doing?
Yes, good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for asking. I'm doing great. What's cooking today?
One comment on your Truth products. The
Yes.
retinol, I bought it back in June. I bought all your products back in June of last year.
Okay.
And the retinol, using it every other day, the retinol has lasted me. I have just less than half. So if anybody's on the
6 months.
fence about it, it lasts long. Yes.
That's amazing. So you're using it every
More than
other
6
day,
months.
Grace? You're using it every other
Every other
day?
day.
That's miraculous. That's 5% retinol you're using every other day. Now, you get flaking? You still get flaking?
Once in a while. Not often, but I see the difference, of course.
Nice.
It's a really nice product, and I use it. I also use it. I got a scar on my leg. I bumped into something really badly, and I've been using all of them, and the scar is lightening up pretty quickly. I'm pretty surprised. So I even use the retinol on it. So
you can use the retinol. That's right. I was going to tell you. The retinol will help lighten the scar. You don't want to put it right on the, when the skin is bruised or the skin's open, cut, right? But as it's healing, the retinol will speed up will reduce the risk of hyperpigmentation and speed up the healing.
Yes, I'm noticing that. So that's
deal.
Great.
Thanks, Grace. I appreciate that.
No, you're welcome. Thank you. But my question is, when I try to fast, I've done it before, but most recently, I fast. I noticed that in the 20th hour of the fast, I start getting a headache, and if I don't, and then when I go in, if I do the whole 24 fast, and then I eat something, the headache doesn't go away.
Okay.
No, it's not brutal, but it's just very uncomfortable.
Okay, two things. If you can get, hang on. We'll answer when we come back from our break, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Okay, 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll take a break and come back with your phone calls right after this. All right, we're back on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking to Grace in Miami Beach. You there, Grace?
Yeah.
Grace. Okay, so a couple things when you have, and it's not uncommon, by the way, fasting headaches are not uncommon. A couple of things. If you can get over the hump, the headaches might go away as your ketones build up. You might not be building ketones up fast enough, and you're going into low blood sugar, and you don't have enough energy, and that'll cause some headaches. So if you can get it over the hump, maybe the headache will go away as the ketones build up. Ketones can help fuel the brain. So you might be able to, the headaches might resolve themselves if you can get over the hump. If not, a couple of things that you can do. One is to make sure you're practicing your slow, deep breathing, focusing on the exhale, not as much the inhale. And this, I know I've said this a lot, but when you're doing your breathing to relax the body, it's the exhale where you actually get the relaxation effect. So you want to inhale, you want to exhale longer than you inhale, and you want to make sure you're doing it slowly. This will allow carbon dioxide, which is extremely important, to kind of build up in the bloodstream. And carbon dioxide is actually what allows the oxygen to get delivered to the blood cells. Headaches are a sign that you're not getting oxygenated. Your brain's not getting oxygenated. So slow, deep breathing, focusing on the exhale, and always use your nose. No, breathe through the nose, eat through the mouth. Do not breathe through the mouth. And then lastly, or not lastly, the second thing you might want to do is drink water. Sometimes dehydration can cause headaches. If you're fasting, you're not drinking enough water, that might help you. And then lastly, a tiny little bit of coconut oil or lemon juice, something to help stabilize your blood sugar might help, or some Suero V even, that might help you as well. So make sure, 4 things. Make sure, or at least try to get over the hump and allow the ketones to build up so you deal with the headache, and then the headache will go away. Second thing, make sure you're breathing correctly, focusing on the exhaling slowly to allow carbon dioxide to build up in the blood. And then and then drinking water in case you're dehydrated, and then last but not least, a little lemon juice or maybe a touch of coconut oil or even the Suero V, and that will help stabilize your blood glucose. Is that okay?
Would a glutamine capsule, would that work?
That wouldn't necessarily help you. You could try it. Glutamine's interesting because that can actually be a source of fuel for the intestines. But, you could try it. That wouldn't be the first thing I would think about. You try it. Let me know. Let us know how that works. Okay. Thanks so much, Grace.
Right, thank you so much.
Have a beautiful
day.
Bye-bye. Okay, Andre in California, what's up? Welcome to the bright side.
Hey, good morning, Ben. How are you?
Good morning, my friend. Doing good. Hope you are as well.
Yes, thank you. I talked to you a few weeks ago about Graves' disease.
Yes.
Because that's what I thought I had, but I went did an MRI, and it seems like I have a brain tumor. Nothing to worry about. It's just small pieces, but it's wrapped around my nerve, my optic nerve. I guess that's why my vision is affected.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, yeah. So what do you suggest? I mean, I know my doctor says either radiation or surgery.
Well, I can't see. I had to see the significance of the tumor, but basically, it's benign. It's a benign tumor, I'm assuming. So basically,
it's about 2 centimeter by 5, I guess.
If it's wrapped around, if it's wrapped around the nerve, they don't want to take it out. They can't take it out surgically?
Well, they can, but he's saying that maybe because it's one of the ends is wrapped around the nerve, so that part he might not be able to take it off.
Yeah, that's a tricky area. That's just a tricky area to do surgery in. I would tell you typically with growths and tumors, there's the nutritional strategies involved keeping your blood sugar down, making sure you're oxygenating, and then pounding the nutrition, especially intravenous nutrition. But seeing as how it's wrapped around the optic nerve like that, and it's in the brain, and it's so delicate, chemotherapy and radiation, they're pretty much. I would, if it was me, that's the way I would be going, due to the location. Here's the thing, though: if you are going to do the chemotherapy or the radiation, it becomes extra important that you take care of your nutrition to help your body heal, and so that you don't have to deal with the massive side effects that both of those things can be associated with, both radiation and chemotherapy. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, chemotherapy and radiation. I'm worried about side effects.
Yes, that's why the nutrition.
Surgery would be, okay, you don't think surgery would be better option?
I think it depends on how how close it is to the optic nerve and to the various structures in the brain. That's a delicate procedure if you're doing surgery, and you got to be super, super careful, obviously. So that's going to be a decision you have to make. But what I can tell you is that if you do opt for surgery or you opt for radiation or chemo, whatever you do, it becomes extra important that you pay close attention to your food and your nutrition, your relaxation techniques, all the things we talk about in this program, lowering your blood sugar, more protein. That's really where nutrition is going to come in for you, is to help you recover and to help minimize the inevitable side effects that will happen with radiation and chemotherapy. I would be doing intravenous nutrition if I were you, intravenous vitamin C, intravenous glutathione, intravenous selenium, pounding the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, making sure you're getting your fats, especially vitamin E, which is very important for brain health. All of these will mitigate and soften the blow from the therapy, and it may be that you need chemo and radiation. I can't tell you that just by talking to you on the radio. So God bless you, my friend.
Question real quick.
Yes.
How can I become a distributor of longevity product underneath your sponsorship?
Easy peasy. Why don't you do this, Andre? We should have a discussion anyway, you and I. Send me an email, ben@ksco.com. Put your phone number in there. Give me a couple days, and I'll call you. We'll have a discussion, okay?
KSCO?
K for King, S for Sam, C for Cat, O for Oscar.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
KSCO.com. Thank you so much, Ben. Have a good weekend.
God bless you, my friend. Good luck, Andre. Okay, let's go to Diane in Miami. Got a couple calls from Miami today. What's up, Diane? How you doing?
Yes, I have two things. I learned from that first half hour of yours, so I would hate to see you do away with it. I mean, you have so much information that, I mean, the caller is my friend, but that information is, oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh,
and
thank
also,
you. I appreciate. It's not it's not too much. It's not too overwhelming then, because sometimes people tell me.
Oh my God, I can't get enough of it.
Okay,
I
good.
even listen to archives. Also, I got 3 of your truth treatments. Okay, and I've been using those. I think it's been a couple of weeks. The time has flown. But my daughter said, Mom, are you using that stuff from Ben? And I said, yeah, why? Oh, my God. She said, it's amazing.
That's awesome.
How
Thank
your
you.
wrinkles are going away. And I'm 73. And
Oh, that's
so,
awesome. That's awesome. What are you using? Which ones are you using, Diane?
I'm using the gel. I'm using, in fact, I even have some palms here. Truth Palm.
The Truth Balm?
And you know what? It may cost a few bucks, but to me, it's worth it. I use it all the time. I don't skimp on it.
Thank
to
you.
me, it's like when you find something good. To me, it's like use it.
You deserve it. You deserve it, don't you? I mean, come on.
I agree.
And how long does it last you anyway? They last you like a month, 2 months, right?
Oh, and if it lasts less than that, it's worth it. I mean, I just love it. And when my daughter noticed it was like, and I've been trying to get her on it. She's using it, but she has sensitive skin, so the retina gel is kind of made. It made that stuff on her face, like little flashes on her face. But I said to her, that's because it's working,
Right. Have her use, one of the neat things about the omega-6 healing cream is it works in conjunction with the retinol. The retinol and the omega-6 healing cream work together. So if you do most people won't get irritated. Every once in a while, some people, if they have sensitive skin, they'll have a little irritation. Use the omega-6 healing cream afterwards. Retinol 5% is powerful stuff. It ain't for the timid, that's for sure. But on the other hand, we were just talking to Grace, and she's using it every other day. So it all kind of depends on your skin. But I didn't want to, you don't want to skimp with, like you just said, why skimp? I didn't want to skimp on the ingredients, and I didn't want to skimp on the activity of the product. That's why I made the product so active. I figured you can use it less, and I'll make the products more active, and then you get your money's worth. Thank you so much for sharing that, Diane. I appreciate it.
I agree. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Have a beautiful day. Okay, let's see if we get one more call in. Kelly in Minneapolis, what's going on? Welcome to the Bright Side.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for calling. What's up? How can we help you?
Yeah, thank you. So I have a teenage boy. He's 13, and he is having some issues with acne and dandruff, and I'm wondering what I can do.
Okay, couple things. Now, it's a little bit more. We only have about a minute, so I'm just going to give you a couple things that you do right away, and you'll notice a difference. Zinc, 50 milligrams a day. Zinc picolinate, Picolinate. Second, vitamin A, 20,000 international units a day. Third, NAC, or NAC, 500 milligrams a day. Fourth, make sure you're paying attention to blood sugar spiking foods and eliminating them as best as possible. 5, stay away from anything that causes digestive health issues, including milk, dairy, and gluten. And there's tons more, Kelly, but I'm just flat out of time. But if you do those, you should notice a difference. Last thing, you might want to try some selenium, 400 micrograms a day. Hey, that's all the time we have for today. I apologize, folks, if I left you on hold. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, beautiful, spectacular, wonderful day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.